Hello again, everybody. Zack is here with my WWE Vengeance review for 10/23/11 tonight. Overall, my opinion is there was more spectacular moments than matches. The matches themselves tonight was okay. The average matches tonight was only like maybe 2 matches that were like okay spectacular. But overall, it was better moments than matches. I'll give this pay-per-view a 6.5 out of 10 tonight. Man, I'm getting the last couple pay-per-views 6.5. Come on, Survivor Series. Make it a 7. I'm sick of getting me 6.5 for every pay-per-view for the last couple. There's not been much excitement, a little bit, but I'll explain it all in a moment. Let's get started. Our first match of the night was for the WWE Tag Team Championships as Air Boom defended their titles against Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler. Now, this match, like the match at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view for the titles, was a very exciting match, good opener, very decent tag team wrestling. Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler improving their tag team talents. I think they're a great tag team. But it's kind of sad because Air Boom and Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler, or as I like to call them, ZIGSWAG, they're the only two like literally legit tag teams in the WWE now since the Usos are like out. Since Jimmy Uso got arrested. Heath Slater got suspended for drugs, so it's like not a lot of good wrestlers for tag teams. So we need a lot more tag teams. Maybe we need some more from Florida Championship Wrestling or the other territories they still have in the WWE training camps. But overall, this match was a great tag team match, great action from these two teams. It ended with Dolph Ziggler receiving the Trouble in Paradise and the Air Boom. 1, 2, 3. Probably the second greatest match of the night. Same much for the rest of the card. Give that a 3.5 out of 5. Notice the downward spiral as it follows. Following that, Dolph Ziggler had no time to rest as he immediately had to defend the United States Championship against the Internet Champion, Long Island Iced Z, Zack Ryder. Now, the match was decent for what it was. Great action to see Zack on a pay-per-view in the match for a title. That's not his title. But the kind of bullshit is that Air Boom got taken out of the match because Air Boom was in the corner of Zack Ryder, and Air Boom got taken out of the ringside by the referee. He didn't do anything unless I missed it. So they let Vicky and Jack Swagger in the ringside area, and that would cost Zack the match. Zack had things going for him. He had the woo kick in the corner. He was going ready for the Rough Rider, and then Swagger interfered. He interfered again when he was trying to go for it again, and that costed Zack. So Swagger interfered, Zack turned around, boom, super kick from Dolph Ziggler, Shawn Michaels super kick, some sweet chin music for Ryder. 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler returned the United States Championship. Now, there was 3 matches tonight that had interference. This was the first of 3 that had interference. I'll explain them all as my review goes on. So Dolph retains the championship. It was a decent match for what it was. I wish Zack won. I think Zack will get a rematch and he'll win it. I will give this match a 2.5 out of 5. Notice the 2s as they go along, as I mentioned. Next match, speaking of interfering, there was none in this match. The WWE Divas Championship was on the line as Beth Phoenix defended against Eve, not Kelly Kelly. Speaking of Kelly Kelly, she and Natalya were outside. No, they were banned from ringside after a backstage squabble, which I think was good because it focused on Eve and Beth after this rivalry with these 4 divas for months. We focused on 2 at a time. But despite no interference, it didn't mean good match. Typical Divas match, 2.5 out of 5 was okay. With the glam slam by Beth Phoenix to Eve getting the victory. I think Beth's been botching the glam slams as of late. She's been doing them perfectly for years, but I think she's been botching them lately. Been paying attention to all the pay-per-views and Walls and SmackDowns. So 2.5 out of 5, Beth retains the title. Next, we had our next match was Sheamus versus Christian. Not as good as a Hell in a Cell match, but I hope the feud ends after this match. I thought Christian was going to win, making a rubber match. Possible, but he didn't. It was an okay match between Sheamus and Christian. It was an okay match, great action, spears and stuff, but it was Sheamus who got the quote kick and the victory over Christian. I'll give this a 2.5 out of 5. Like I said, the 2s continue. That's the only one. Next one is 3. Triple H and CM Punk taking on Miz and R-Truth. Some people thinking Triple H was going to bury Truth and Miz. It turned out not to be the case. But it was still a great tag team match. Okay matchup for what it was with Triple H and Punk. They were on the losing end a lot. They had to tag a lot. Miz and Truth got some really quick tags and used advantages a lot from referee distracting to beat the crap out of both guys. It was a good match for what it was. Okay action. But the ending was kind of cool, but weird and unique, though. So Triple H had R-Truth out of ringside, beating the crap out of him near the announcer's side, while Miz had Punk at ringside in the ring. And then out of nowhere, here comes a big guy coming from out of nowhere, punching Triple H while he was beating up Truth in the ringside area by the announcers. It was Kevin fucking Nash returning tonight. Like I had predicted in my review, I said Triple H and Punk were going to win, unless someone interferes. That was Kevin Nash. So Nash beat the crap out of Triple H outside the ring. That made Truth go back in and help Miz deliver the skull-crushing Truth Detector finale, Lie Detector finale, doing both their moves on Punk. 1, 2, 3. Miz and Truth got the victory. Then Nash dragged Triple H back to the ring to give him a brutal jackknife powerbomb. Not as bad as the one he gave the Big Show / the Giant back at Sold Out 98, but still. Nasty jackknife. Triple H to be carried out. So it's 3.0 out of 5 for that match. It was an okay matchup. Could have been a lot better. But still, Nash returning. Is he returning full time? Because I'm sick of Nash just coming in and out. You know, maybe it's on his contract. Just come in whatever the fuck I want. Because I'm Kevin fucking Nash, the Giant Killer. I'm big sexy. It's probably on his contract. Shoot movies, do independent stuff. Do an independent wrestling show about a week ago, I heard. So that's the point. Then after that, we had Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. It's just me, or is it the second straight pay-per-view I've fallen asleep during a Randy Orton match? Fell asleep during his match against Mark Henry, fell asleep during his match against Cody Rhodes. Nothing against Randy, but he's boring sometimes. I now realize how boring of a wrestler he is. You know, he's like, he and Cena are the two most boring wrestlers. They have the same moves, no originality in them. Both their characters and actors are getting stale. But Orton still won. It's against Cody Rhodes, you know, basically. Mid-Carter against the top Carter equals squash. But it was like, okay, matchup. Cody Rhodes has some great moves, cross modes. I liked when he did Orton's thing, when he imitated Orton, doing the okay, you know, when Orton's down on his knees, doing the But he had Orton did the wheel thing and all KO'd Cody after the DDT for the victory. So I give the match a 2.5 out of 5. It was an okay matchup. That was, like I said, when you got Randy Orton in the match, it's kind of boring. And I hate Cody Rhodes because I hate his voice in promos. He's got a monotonous voice. His voice is as bad as John Laurinaitis'. Then, the 2 title matches. First, for the world title, Mark Henry versus Big Show. Now, I said on my prediction show that I thought this match was going to be the worst world title match ever because these guys were more agile and shit 10 years ago. But you know what? It was a little more exciting than I thought, but still. You know, the first 10 or so minutes were what I thought. Just pushing, shoving, kicking, punching, nothing exciting. So like the last 5 minutes was kind of exciting with them attempting top rope moves. And that's what happened to end the match. A Big Show versus Brock Lesnar back in 2003. Mark Henry went on the top rope and superplexed Big Show off the top and made the ring collapse. Like what happened with Big Show versus Brock Lesnar, like I mentioned. So the ring collapsed and basically both guys are out. So it was a no contest. Mark Henry retained the title. So, yeah, I think they had like big ass ambulances for both Big Show and Mark Henry. Mark Henry did no help, but he needed it bad. Okay, this match a 2.5 out of 5. It was okay moments. See it with more spectacular moments than matches. You know what I mean? Nash coming out. The superplex. The matches didn't deliver. Moments were more spectacular. Come on, Survivor Series deliver. And despite the ring being collapsed, John Laurinaitis declared that the main event shall go on, and it did, as the last man standing match between John Cena But the WWE Championship was on. Now, despite the ring being collapsing, I think Cena and Alberto handled the situation quite well. And I thought this match was going to be a little bit, I thought, damn, this match ain't going to be as good now because the ring's collapsed. But you know what? They went through it really well. Good action. The first 5 to 10 minutes was kind of slow. It's because of the ring and stuff. But once they fought backstage and shit, through the like backstage in the interview area, on the case and stuff. That was kind of exciting action. No blood, but still very exciting matchup. And I told you about 3 matches they interfered. Interference during the U.S. title match with Swagger interfering for Ziggler to retain over Zack Ryder. Kevin Nash interfering in the Triple H Punk versus Truth and Miz match. In this match, another interference, and it took 3 guys to help Alberto retain the championship. Now, Super Cena was trying to be strong, but Alberto kept coming at him left and right with great moves and stuff. Sleeper hold to weaken him. In decent spots with him being pushed through the big V in the ringside area, with Alberto getting dragged from a big structure to a table. But here's where it all happened. But a lot of interference with Ricardo, though. Ricardo Rodriguez seems to interfere in almost every Cena match with Alberto. Ricardo got involved in the Hell in a Cell match with Cena getting locked out of the cage thanks to Ricardo coming with the ring pipe. And Ricardo got involved right from the get-go with Alberto pushing Ricardo to Cena, attempting an FU, but it didn't happen. And Ricardo came in and got on top of Cena and interfered throughout the match, but Cena punched him almost every time. So, yes, when the match came to its dramatic finish. Cena got through everything. Typical Super Cena, went through everything, tables and everything. He still got up. But this is the match moment where it all came down. Cena was climbing on top of the steel stairs, FU'd Alberto on the steps through the Spanish announce table. So we called Alberto was down and Cena went back to the ring, waiting for the referee to count Alberto out. All of a sudden, here comes Miz and R-Truth out of nowhere, beating the shit out of John Cena, delivering both their finishers. The referee was too distracted on them to count Alberto out. So after Cena was knocked out by Miz and Truth, he counted both men, and both men got up, including Cena. The final blow came when Alberto grabbed the WWE Championship belt and whammed Cena right in the face. Knocked Cena out, and yes, the best words I like to hear, the winner and still WWE Champion, Alberto Del Rio. Yes, I'm glad Cena lost tonight, man. Because I want to see Alberto wrestle someone else wrestle against somebody else besides Cena for the title. Like CM Punk, for instance. So, I'm happy Alberto won. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I like him. Okay? But I'm glad he won. So now we can see Alberto wrestle Punk. But the only bad part is it took 3 guys to beat Cena. Ricardo, Miz, and Truth. This best match of the night, 3.5 out of 5. And not a lot of surprises. A little bit surprises with the Superplex and Alberto coming out with the championship. And Miz and Truth winning over Triple H and Punk. And Nash coming back. No Undertaker tonight. When is he coming back? Maybe Survivor Series. Maybe they're saving it for Survivor Series. Because he wasn't at last year's Survivor Series. To honor specifically his 20th anniversary. And the other bad part of this pay-per-view, besides being more spectacular moments than great matches, was the fact everyone retained tonight. Beth Phoenix retained. Dolph Ziggler retained. With interference. I think Zack will get a rematch again and win it. Boone retained. Mark Henry retained. And Alberto retained. But despite all 5 champions retaining the titles, at least I'm glad Cena lost for the 2nd straight pay-per-view in a row. I love it. That is it. That's my WWE Vintage review for tonight. Once again, 6.5 out of 10. Then mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zack. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye. Yeah.